What's going on, guys? Welcome back to ItsDjLee TV, and I'm hitting you guys with another tutorial. This one right here on Serato DJ. And if you're anything, or at least at all any familiar with Serato, then you know what I'm about to get into. All right. Now, if you're a beginner DJ, I got a whole lot to tell you right now. All right. Serato just did a whole bunch of updates, and I want you to understand how to use this version of Serato very smooth. If you're an intermediate DJ or you're an advanced DJ, I'm going to give you some pointers, all right? What I do with my sets, with my crates, and just how I operate Serato a little bit more smooth, all right? If you don't have Serato, go ahead and type in Serato.com and download your Serato version right now. Right now I have Serato DJ Pro, and I have the latest with Serato video and things like that, where I can go ahead and I can make video. We're going to get into that later. Let's go to the top right. Once you download it, go to the top right where here is the tools, and just make sure you have the latest version of Serato. Right now, the version 3.1.1 is the version we'll be talking about right now, because our prior versions, they were a little bit different. So we're going to get into this version right here, and we're going to try our best to make this smooth, all right? So this version is a little bit different than the prior version, the previous version. And with this version, you can pretty much mix without having an external controller, vinyl, key, turntables, CDJs. You don't need anything. You could do it right here in the mix board. And I'm going to use my songs, Hopstar Lifestyle, Hopstar, and I have an unreleased songs on Life of a Hopstar. And we're not going to play those songs, all right? But we're going to play the earlier ones, and I'm going to show you how to really use Serato. First things first, when you open Serato, you're greeted with an empty, just everything's empty. It's probably going to say all audio, all video, and media. And after that, nothing else. So what you want to do is you want to find all of your music. And usually Serato, it kind of scans to see where your music is first. So it should say in all with what music you have available. Now, me personally, I used to have folders when I was not on a MacBook. I was on a Microsoft. I used to have folders of music or iTunes, and I would put those in folders, and I would just drag it into Serato, and it would create a crate. So I'm going to show you that right now, how to create a crate. All right. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I'm going to close this folder, close all these folders. I don't want to confuse you guys. Very simple, very fundamental today. All right. I have a lot of folders, guys. And these folders is something that I like to call, or DJs like to call, crates, musical crates. If you click this button right here, this is your plus crate. I want to add a crate. Anytime you hit that, it will call it crate number 1, and you can recreate the name of this crate. Let's say we're using a Hopstar Lifestyle crate. I'll call it a Hopstar. All right, hit enter. Now you have a crate set up, or a folder. Now you want to use crates so that when you're DJing, you know where your music is. That's what crates are for. So if I were to bring in some music, let's say I just dropped in some music, I'll grab some music real quick so I don't confuse you guys. I'll find some of my Hopstar songs. Hopstar, there's a few songs right here. I'll go one by one. I'll bring one song over. Grab it, drop it in there. This is the first song I have, called Hopstar. First song I made from any of the Hopstar albums. It's called Hopstar. And what I just did is I just dropped it in a folder. And to load it up here, very simple. You're gonna hit on your keyboard Shift, and you have two different tracks. You have track 1 on the left and track 2 on the right. Now, these tracks can also be tracks 3 and tracks 4. So you could play up to 4 different tracks. All right. Now, I'm going to show you this in a different way. Right now, we're at a horizontal view. If I click right here, I can change the view to vertical. I can change the view to extended. I can change it to library. And if I have my hardware connected, which I'll show you guys later, I can change the view to stacked, 4 tracks stacked up and down. Different types of views are there. So I'm going to keep going, and I want to look at right here where you could change from night mode to day mode. This looks very ugly to me, but they have the feature, so there it is. I like to work right here. Come along the side, we have a link feature. Next, we have a record feature. We have an FX feature. So if you want to record mixes, click on that record. You could change the location of where you're recording your files to. All right. You could change what you want to record, whether it's the mix or the video mix. How loud it comes in. So if I'm playing this, You can see right here exactly how loud it is, and you can change the volume of the output. Once you record it, make sure you guys save it with the name. Put the name in once you record it, then click save. Don't just record it and think it's saved. Once you hit record again and it stops recording. No, make sure you guys put the name in and hit save, or that work that you just put in is going out the window. Waste of time. All right, so let's get rid of this track one more time. Like I said, to bring a track up on the left or the right, highlight the track, shift right or shift left. Let's get rid of that track. Another way to do it is to grab the track and bring it over to there. Bring it over to that side, to that deck. We're gonna call these deck 1 and deck 2, or also deck 4 and deck 3. Now, if you look at the decks, you have different features on the decks, and the first feature is your BPM. Shows you your tempo of your song. All right. It shows you the name of the song. It shows you the name of the artist. It shows you the repeat. You can loop the song so it doesn't stop. Once you get to the end, it goes right back into playing it again. Right here, you have your, we're going to call this your needle search. All right. Where you can scroll through the song. You can just click on any part of the song and you can jump to that part of the song. At the beginning of every song, one thing I do is I put my first hot cue always at the beginning of the song. All you gotta do is click on a hot cue. Click on any of these pluses. Now, the crazy thing about it, to delete them, you just see this X right there at the corner. To delete these hot cues, and what a hot cue actually is it's let's say it's a bookmark. It's gonna bookmark that part of the song. I could do it right here. I could play this song, and anytime I hit that, it's gonna jump to that part of the song. Time I just lash out. Time I just lash out. Going fast, don't crash now. Goddamn, don't crash. And that's just the way that you use those hot cues. All right. Now, going back to these hot cues, they correspond with your keyboard. All right. You can only use 5 hot cues on your keyboard, but you can use any amount on here up to 8. So from number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you can use your keyboard. So say I'm right here in the song. I'm not even gonna come over here and press the plus. I'm just gonna use the keyboard. If I want to save it right here, I'm hitting number 5 on my keyboard, and it jumps right there. And every time I hit the number 5, it's gonna play. We already have the number 1, so if I hit 1, and so on and so on, these last 3 will not save. Now that you're on deck 1, deck number 2, the numbers go from 6 to 0. So if I want to save a bookmark on this side, hit the number 9 to get right here. All right, hit the number 0 to get here. And it works the same exact way. You can delete them same exact way. They're both the same exact type of decks. There's no different features on each side. They're very much the same. And if you have any type of problems when it comes to using Serato, right here in the top corner where it says help, you can always click on show tooltips, all right, or show shortcut keys, and it'll show you different tips. So I'll show you show tooltips. Anything you cross over, it will show you what it does, all right, and what corresponds. Like I said, it tells you set trigger cue point 1 through 5 or 6 through 0 on the right. It shows you, all right. It's very straightforward. They try to help you as much as they can. Now, another thing that I have going on, that they have going on in this version of Serato, is that they didn't have in the last version of Serato, is right here, right next to where they show you the time. You can do something cool with this version. Right here, they show you the key of the song that you're playing in. If you know how to mix in key, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But you have right here a microphone and a piano. If you want to hear just the acapella version or just the vocals, you click on this. Splash down. Am I making love or just back out? If you want to hear just the instrumental. And this helps you to make blends and remixes of your songs live. All right. Now, as we keep on going, right here, we have a volume fader. Right here, we have the eject to get rid of the song. All right, let's bring the song back by hitting shift and left. Right here, we have some loops. All right. We have quarter loops. We have eighth note loops, quarter loops, half note loops, 1 bar loops, and so on and so on. 2 bar, 4 bar, 6 bar, 16 bars, and they keep going. All right. Now, we also have on the far side of each side, our fader for our tempo. When you're DJing, you want to make sure that you're matching your tempos. That's the point of DJing, is to be able to transition from deck 1 to deck 2, or from deck 2 to deck 1, so on and so on, in a smooth manner. Now, that's the point of DJing. If you can't, why hire a DJ if, you know what I'm saying, you don't want your music mixed? So if you're going to be a DJ, learn how to blend. You want to learn how to mix and beat match. That's what that's called, beat matching, so your song sounds smooth. And I'll show you a quick example. If I'm playing on track 1, I got to know my bars and my keys, and I know that when I get to number 5, I could start it again, or when I get to number 9, I can start it again. And you're gonna hear me blend it real quick, all right? I'm gonna show you a quick mix.
I'm swagged out, might pass out in my trash now, glass out. It's just chandeliers and it's cash now, don't laugh now. Tell me if I'm gon' spaz out, throw fits then dash out. Got things I never had now, I'm swagged out, might pass out in my trash now.
And just like that, that was a smooth mix from track 1 to track 2, because I had the same BPM and I matched up the beat grid so that they matched and that it could blend. I just pretty much looped it. You know what I'm saying? Once you get beat, and this is without a controller or vinyl or anything, any type of turntable. This was right here on the computer. You saw me do it right in front of you. And if you don't know this song, this is called Hop Star, the title track to the first album. And a lot of cool stories on that album. If you haven't heard the album, go and stream it right now. I'm going to drop a link in the description. Hopstar Lifestyle virtual tour for Hopstar Lifestyle 2 is out right now. Life of a Hopstar Volume 3 is coming soon. So far, we have a few songs going crazy. Midnight Madness. We have the other songs called Soul Ties. There's a whole lot of songs on that album, and it's a lot of fun. All right, stay tuned for movies and all types of crazy stuff coming around. And I'm going to show you guys the picture, the album cover real quick. This is what we're working with for this album, Life of a Hopstar Volume 3. All right, put a lot of work into this one. We're going to have some fun with it. But back to Serato. If you take a look right here, we have some features such as your low, mid, high, and filter. These are new. This was not, the fader wasn't here. It was here, but the low, highs, mids, and the filter was not there in the previous version of Serato. So they allow you to kind of mix your songs right here in key. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. On this side, we have some more things you can mess with. You could have instrumentals with just the drums, just the bass, the melody, just the vocal. You could add some effects. All right, like such as up here, you have your effects. The other things you won't really be needing. So once again, you could load effects up here by clicking effects. You want to turn your effect on. Let's say we want to add a reverb to make it sound like it's in a stadium or a church. We turn the effect on. We want it to affect deck number 1 only, not the master, which means everything that comes out. We want it to affect just this side. How many beats or how much of a delay do you want? That's how many beats. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it up, all the way up, so we can hear it. Then you could adjust it as much as you want as you're actually DJing. So I'm going to play the song, and you're going to hear it sound real spaced out. Now, as I back off of it, you're going to hear a difference. And so on and so on. That's what reverb does. You have another effect called delay. We're going to use the delay real quick. The delay is pretty much an echo. All right. All right, pretty cool, right? And then you have another echo right here. It's a different effect, but it's the same. You can also save banks. You can save certain effects as presets into banks. Once you finish with that, we're gonna close this window. I showed you guys the how to record, showed you guys the effects. I'm gonna show you guys how to add your samples and things like that in a second. But before I do that, I want to just show you how else to find your music. Let's go to files. If you're a DJ right now and you ever have yellow files and you're missing files, excuse me, you want to find and relocate those files. So we want to go in and rescan ID3 tags and relocate lost files. Click on relocate first, then rescan the ID3 tags afterwards to make sure that we have everything up to date. Things that are yellow, your computer couldn't find. If you know where exactly those files are, open up that folder, drag your folder right over to it and drop it there. All right, cancel that. What else do we have in this feature? We have a browse feature. We have a prepare feature. So pretty much when you're DJing, let's say we go to a Hop Star Lifestyle tour. Say that I'm DJing, I have Faded playing, and I want to play a song. I know when this song starts to wrap up, I want to play a song that's close to it in BPM. I put it right here in the prepare folder, and I can keep going. Same thing with another song. Put that right there. Keep going, and that's how that works right there. This is your prepare folder, so you can load as many songs as you want in here. What else do we have? Let's take a look at the history. So it shows you what you played. So say you just did a gig and you killed that gig. Oh my God, the crowd was loving you. You were killing it. You go in and you find that gig and you look at it. Okay, this is all the songs I played. It shows you the time, the end time, what deck it was played on, what genre it was. You know what I'm saying? You could grab that folder and literally drag that folder right over to the side like this and drop it there. All right, and you can rename that folder. I can call that folder party this and this and that. You understand? And this way I already have a folder that I know is straight bangers. All right, so one more time, bring the folder right over here, drop it down, open up the folder, and you know that you have classics, just bangers right up in there. And you don't want to have these yellow files like I was saying before. You don't want those. Let's go ahead and get rid of that folder. If you want to get rid of a folder or a song, you hit Command and Delete. All right, Command Delete. Let's go back to our Hop Star Lifestyle tour, and we're gonna close that folder. Right here on the far right, this arrow, this allows us to know what we're looking at right here. All right, so we could change what we see. Right now, I show the number, the order I put the song into the folder. I'm gonna arrange them in order. All right, from top to bottom or bottom to top, last to first, first to last. Next, I have my BPM. This is just how I like to set it up. I have my number, I have my song name, I have the BPM, I have the artist name, I have the album it's from, I have the genre it is. If I want to leave a comment like play this after party tonight. Do you understand? I'll leave it right there, and boom, I have a little note so I know when I'm DJing, play this after this, and this gives me more of a direction I want to go in. All right? You don't have to use that feature, but if you want to, you could. Now you have a key. It shows you the keys of every song, and I made all these songs, so I know these songs. I know them front to back, in and out, what goes good with what doesn't. I know the length of each song goes next, and we could change what we have here. All right, we can change by clicking that arrow. We could take away. Say I don't want to have comments up there. Take the comments off. Say I want to put the comments back on. Put them back on, and that's just how it works with everything. And you could change the order. I can go to comments. Bring it over here before the length. I don't care about the length, so I'll put the comments right here. Key. I mix in keys sometimes. And what that means is, let's say I have, let's go to the album so I don't play the wrong song. Let's say I have a song in, the first rule is if it says 6A or if it says anything goes with the same thing. So if I have 6A, 6A goes with 6A. Understood? But if I have something like, let's come right here. I have a lot of songs that aren't in the same key for these two albums. I have one right here. Here we go. 10A, actually 11B, and 11B. These two songs are in the same key, two different songs. So I could play this song.
Rockstar lifestyle might not make it.
And if I were to match the BPMs, I would be able to blend these two songs because they're in the same exact key. All right, so they're going to sound good together. Now, the rule is you can mix one up to one down, or you can mix the same letter and number. The same number to the opposite letter. So I can mix I can think of it as a clock. I can mix 2A with 3A. I can mix 2A with 1A. Or I can mix 2A with 2B. That's the only way that this moves. I can mix 2B with 3B. I can mix 2B with 1B. Or I can mix 2B with 2A. Do you understand? Now, it goes from 1 to 12. Once you get to 12, it starts back over at 1, just like a clock. So I can mix 12A with 1A, or 12A with 11A, or 12A with 12B. All right? That's how mixing in key works, and you'll understand it once you start doing it, and your mixes will go 1,000 times better. Back to the top, we have sound effects. One of the most important things when I DJ, because I love to put on a show. All right? Sound effects, bombs.
You're in the mix with DJLee.
These right here are some of my go-to sounds. You get 4 different banks of 8 sounds you can use, and they come with no sounds. So you have to download your sounds, whether you get it from YouTube, whether you get DJ packs, whether you make your own sounds and samples. It's up to you, but you can do whatever you want to do pretty much once you get your samples. All right, samples are great for transitions. And aside from that, this arrow right here, it shows you a smaller version of that, so you don't have to see it. But let's go into the transitions real quick, and let's change some things. Right here, you could change. Let's say we load up this transition right here. This is a bomb. Bow. Let's put that bomb up there. We could go to right here. Let's not do a bomb. Let's use the ItsDjLee drop that we just had. Let's put a marker right here, a hot cue. I'm going to use hot cue number 5. All right. So now when I go right here where it is, you see the 2 cues that are on it. There's already a cue right here.
You're in the...
That's what I played it from before. And now I put one at the beginning.
Check, 1 2 1 2.
You're in the mix.
All right. So with that, I can change how I want to use my effect. I can start it from either one. So what I do is I go to settings. I go to Q1 or Q5, which is pretty much the hot cue we just set up. Or I could just start it from the start. All right. You can change the overall volume, the gain, or you could change the fader meter. You could change the tempo of that. So if you're mixing in 82 at 82 BPM, I could drop this to 82, so it goes with the actual song playing. All right, I could drop this tempo right here.
You're in the mix with DJLee.
If I party like a rock star.
And just like that, you have your like the sound effects. They add so much juice to your song. And this is my style of DJing. I like to add, because I also produce music, like I said. So adding these samples makes me feel like I'm adding more juice to the songs and bringing them to life. All right. You want to fill your mixes with emotion. Aside from that, you could change whether your sound rings all the way out. You can change, this changes exactly what your sound does. All right. You can start and stop it by itself. Whether you hold it down, I'm holding it down right now.
You're in the...
And once I stop holding it down, it stops. I could play it like this.
You're in...
And once I tap it again, it stops. Or I could just let it run all the way through.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix. You're
all right.
In the mix.
That's how that works.
DJLee.
The next thing we have all the way over here is our outputs. So we could have these sound effects work on a master, which is the most common way to use effects, or you could put them on individual decks. All right, it doesn't really make sense to do that, but everybody puts them on the master, and you could change the volume overall of your effect, and you could change the volume of each individual effect. You can mute all effects, you can unmute all effects, you can sync your effects to the key. So say, like I said, this is a key of 82. I can hit sync, it syncs it to the tempo. Another thing that we can do, you can turn it off. Another thing we can do is we can change it so that it doesn't warp with the key. All right. Now I want to go back up to the songs. Let's go to Party Like a Rock Star, one of my favorite songs off of the Hopstar Lifestyle album. And it was the last song on that album. And I can change. Say I want to have a faster. Say I want it to go faster, 88. And I want it to sound like it's changing in pitch as well. I would just go ahead and play it. All right. Let's cut a little bit forward. All right, if I want it's not changing in pitch yet, but if I click on this, it changes in pitch.
If I party like a pop star, treat me like a hot star, baby. I asked her why she's crying. Baby, why you crying? She said, why you?
All right, that's one thing you can do with that, and you can change the key. Like you can change the key of the song. There's so many different options with these new updates, and I'm proud of Serato for doing this. So, like I said, you sped up the song. I put the key changer on. Play the song. I'm gonna change the key. I'm gonna go up, and you're gonna hear the change. It's gonna get higher and higher like a chipmunk.
I said, baby girl, I'm trying. Baby girl, I'm trying. I partied like a rock star. So she treat me like a rock star. Said I don't want a rock star. I party like a pop star.
And she treat me like a pop star. Said no, I want a hot star. Check, 1 2
in the mix with DJ Lee.
And like I said, it just cool things you can do right there. Once you figure out how to work with Serato, you're gonna see these different features come to life for you. All right, it started to get scary when I did that too, so I had to turn that off. All right, once you go it over to right here, you have another feature. All right, a loop snap, and I don't usually use that, so we're not even gonna get into that because you don't really need that right now. Next one I have is Serato video. This right here is very important for me because I actually DJ with video, and I'm gonna show you how to use it. Pretty cool. I have media right here loaded up. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pull up one of my DJLee logos. I have a space astronaut. I'm gonna bring him in there. I'm gonna drag him to that specific. I'll drag him to the left side. Drop him in there. All right. So anytime, let's bring it on the right side because that's a longer song. There's no song. It's a sound effect on the left side. Eject that. Command Shift and left is gonna duplicate whatever song is playing. All right. So if I have a song playing on the right side, let's say this song's playing, and I hit Command Shift and left, it's gonna double that and put that song on the right on the left side, and it's gonna probably play if you have instant doubles on. If you don't have instant doubles on, it's gonna just load it up and put it at the beginning probably. But I have my instant doubles on. I work real fast when it comes to this DJing. So I'm gonna show you right now how this works, real quick. So say I have this song loaded up. Let's go to right here. Let's go ahead and put the astronaut on. Once you add media files, they're going to automatically. Once you start adding media files, they're gonna automatically go to this media folder because that's what Serato has set up. And right now, the astronaut is on blink because that's what that's where it starts in the file. But once this song is playing, the astronaut will start to fall, and you'll see the stars and everything. All right, so I'm gonna hit play and watch what I mean. And what you're seeing right here on the right side, I'm gonna just pause it. This window right here will pop up once you go to Serato video. It's gonna show you what the audience is seeing if you have Serato video plugged in. All right.
If I party like a rock star, rock star, rock star, they treat me like a rock star, baby. If I party like a pop star, like a pop star.
So yes, I make all of these videos. I don't just grab anything. I make these videos and spend time with the songs. You should spend time with your music so that you know exactly what you're giving the audience.
They treat me like a hot star, baby.
And once you figure that one out, let's say I want to add another effect onto the other song. Let's put another song up there. Let's grab Hopstar Lifestyle Tour. Let's grab Party Tonight because that's one of my favorite songs as well. And let's add the song. Let's add the effect. Let's go Ghost Town Promo. I like this one right here. Let's put this on this one. I put it in the wrong place. Let's bring this Hopstar Lifestyle Party Tonight onto this one. And what we're going to do is, what you have here is effects. What you have here is more effects. You could turn the fader on, how much it works. You have the transition, auto transitions on, random or next, which means that you have a list of transitions right here. And whatever you want to happen is what will happen during your transition phase. You can transition from left to right. You could link it to your crossfader, or you could go like this and it will transition by itself. All right, I'll come back to right here, left side or right side. You have media crate on or off, which means that if it's on, it will transition automatically. The transition will change automatically down the list. If you have it off, they won't change automatically to the next one when you load up a new song. Media crate, random or next one. Auto transitions is for your transitions. All right. On this side, we have master effects to apply to an individual side or to apply to the overall master. You could turn it on and then change those. But I want to keep it simple for you guys. You could change each effect and transition on each side, and it will correspond with that one side. And I want to just go ahead and play this song right here. And when I play, I'm going to transition to the right side. It's not going to be mixed, so it's not going to sound good. But I want you to watch the video and how it transitions. I believe I should be on. I believe I should be on a bridge, and you should be able to see the city. All right, let's play this song real quick.
I asked her why she's crying. Baby, why you crying? She said, why you lying? I said, baby girl, I'm trying. Baby girl, I'm trying. I partied like a rock star.
All right, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start this one on this side. And I'm gonna bring the fader right here. Now check this out. When I hit this button right here, you're gonna see the transition.
If we beat the world, buy you this diamond ring, show you what diamonds could bring. You my everything. Laid you down on the sheets, made you a part of me. Took you down to the beach, now it ain't hard to see. Baby belong to me.
All right. Now it didn't sound good, like I said it won't. I'm gonna load up a different transition because we have the same transition on both sides. Let's put Ghost Town on this side. Now you're gonna see the transition switch. Party like a rock star's on this side. Party tonight's on this side. Let's transition over to this side and play the song. Should be on there. There we go. All right, so that's a different transition, and the transition I have, it should be the transition set up as a dissolve. I don't know. I haven't used Serato for a second, and it's kind of hard to, my buttons are like frozen, so I would have to restart this, and I'm not going to restart it right now. I'm just showing you guys what you can do as far as your video mode. I'm going to turn that off. All right, and I want to keep going with Serato. Right here is your EQs. I'm going to stop this song from playing. I'm going to eject these tracks real quick so we have a blank canvas one more time. Let's go back to Hostile Lifestyle Tour, and I want you to check out what's going on at the top right. This is your master meter, how your master sound comes out. Next you have expansions where you can add on things. Like Serato video does not come on unless you get the, you have to buy the expansion. All right. You have your shortcuts and your tools. You have your account. What else do we have? We have autoplay, which means that if you have, say you're at a party and you have a folder where you're about to go get something to eat, you could have autoplay on, and once the song ends, it'll play the next song on the same track. All right, by itself. That's what autoplay is. So you could pretty much use it as like an iPod. All right, but then again, what's the use of a DJ? You want to do that if you're getting food. You understand? For breaks. You want to master your craft and go out there and become great. All right. So let's go up here to some settings and let's really talk about the very important aspects of this. Right here, you also see how much computer usage you're using with Serato. My DJ preference is very important. Playback keys, use shift, lock playing deck. All right. When you lock your play, I don't use the playback keys, use shift. When I lock my playing deck, if you want to do that, that means that anything you do on the playing deck side it's pretty much none of the buttons will work because you locked it so that you don't mess up. All right. You want to sort your cues and loops chronologically. That means your hot cues. You want to sort them in order of appearance in the song. All right. I don't use that because I have specific buttons I like to use for specific parts. And I barely play songs from the beginning. All right. Enable hot cues. I like to check that because I use hot cues. That's pretty much what we set up. Track end warning. I don't use that. I believe it flashes red once the track starts to end. If I'm not mistaken, I don't use that. Disable needle search during playback. Pretty much locks the needle search. Show beat jump controls. Don't use that. Quantize value 1 beat. Cool. Use auto gain. Cool. They recommend specific gains. There's a break feature where you could break on and break off every time you stop and start a song. So I'm gonna turn it all the way up and all the way down, and it's gonna start in slow motion and stop in slow motion. Check this out. All right, now let's change it, slow it down, and let's do it again. This sounds crazy. So that's how it slows down. All right, starts up the same way. All right, turn it all the way off. All right, pretty cool. Virtual deck speed is the speed of the virtual deck that you see on right here. Next, we have our on song load. Do we want to play the song from the start? If you have none of these checked off, it will automatically play it from the start. Do you want to play it from the first cue point? Sometimes I do. Never know. Do I want to have instant double? So when I press shift, if I load up a song that's already up on this side, if I drag it to that side, is it going to start playing at the same point that this song is at? Or is it going to start from the beginning? I usually leave instant doubles on. For people that DJ with just one hand, like just your right hand, they have instant doubles on. So that it automatically is on the same part. All you got to do is slide the fader over to the other side and you can do what you got to do. Turn off FX. That means once you switch your song, the effect will stop playing on that side so that you don't have the same effect ringing out and messing up your mix. The next one we have is analyzing stems. All right, that's a new feature. Recording, you have to change your bit depth, whether it's 16 bits or 24 bits, your file format, WAV or AIF. I like the WAV. You have sync mode, simple sync, sync off or smart sync. You have snap to beat grid. You have maintain sync on track load. And these are my regular effects. You can screenshot these. I also have my audio effects. You can make this available to other applications. So if you're using like MixLR or any type of streaming platform, you could make this available to that application. Otherwise, it will not be available. It won't be picking up your audio because this is not checked. All right. Normally it's like this. You want to check that when you're using another application with Serato. Your buffer size, you don't want to have too much of a buffer because it will start lagging. All right. And we can start with to vinyl. Now, once you plug in your controller or whatever you're using, these are going to change. A lot of different settings are going to pop up. And they don't really mean much because it automatically kind of calibrates to what it needs to be at. So you can leave those for now. But CD vinyl control, anti-drift, adjust loops with vinyl, needle dropping, relative mode. These are for people that mix with vinyl turntables pretty much, or CDJs. Sticker lock, enable sticker lock, spin needle, spin nearest, spin forward, spin backwards, sticker. These are cool other things that go on with certain CDJs and mixers and things like that. Library and display. You can show your iTunes library. You can hide it. You can protect your library. All right, kind of like blanks it out. You can use custom crate columns. You can center on selected songs so that as you choose a song, it's going to automatically shift your library look. I'll just show you that real quick. All right, so let's go back out of here. Say I select this song. All right, boom. It's going to center on that song. If I bring this one up, it should center on that song. Let's go ahead and grab the next one. Include subcrate tracks. I don't usually use, actually I do use subcrates. I don't use smart crates. Played track color. You could change the color of the track that's played, which is what I do. So I have some tracks that are blue, some tracks that aren't. All right. Let's go to somewhere that, see, some tracks will be regular. Once I play the track, it will be that color. All right. Hopstar lifestyle. Let's go ahead back to the settings. Reset play tracks. You can reset it right now. I can reset all my tracks to blank, and I'll probably do that soon. I can reset play tracks on exit. Anytime I close Serato, it resets. Enable play count. It shows you how many times you played that song. Library text size. You could change the size of your text to really big or really small. I'll show you real quick. Really big text. Looks crazy. All right. Regular size around here. Pretty cool for me. Display, show tempo matching display. Hide track artist AM mode. So when you're DJing, right, and you have people that are DJing around you and they trying to see your songs, you know what I'm saying? You could play your songs and hide the song's track title up here so they're not stealing your music. Serato knows what goes on, all right? EQ colored waveforms. I might start using that hide track. I'm going to start using that actually. I should have been using it before. All right, EQ colored waveforms. All right, so that means that when you cut something, all right, it changes colors. Pretty cool feature that's been added on. A lot of small things. So it helps you actually. So when you load a new song on, you know what's still on, what's not on. Color key display. Performance pad cue layout. What does this say? Show key as Camelot. Classic key, open key, original tag. All right. I wonder if that's going to change these songs to actual notes. Yep, there we go. A minor, B minor, G. That's cool. Serato, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. All right. We have 1 decimal place, which you want to deck BPM display. Do we want to show how much of the decimals do you want to show that we're off by? So it shows 2 right here or just 1. And I'm really giving you the rundown of Serato right now. So once again, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. It's definitely going to help my channel out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, because I definitely will get back at you guys. I want you guys to be great. The maximum screen updates per second, I keep that all the way up. I want this thing to update and stay up to date. High res screen display. Send usage data to Serato. You don't have to use this on. Some people like privacy. Music streaming, show streaming services. You can stream to different services. Your mixer, you could change settings on your mixer. Your curve amount, pretty much how much your crossfader curve is. Your up fader, on your volumes and things like that. Your general EQ boost. All right. You could change which effects you have. Grab them, and once like I said, once you upgrade your expansion packs, right here and all that, you'll be able to access more of these, like the wolf pack, the base, the backpack, the chip pack. These are all extras. You get the base pack once you register. This one right here, and then after that, you get all of these if you want to upgrade your expansion packs. When you wanna drag them over, make sure you click them, click add, or to remove it, remove. All right. Your expansion packs, you can use your favorites, FX list. Your expansion packs, pretty much what you added on in your expansion. You could adjust these different settings here. But for beginners and people that are just now starting off with DJing or intermediates, I hope I gave you guys some information you guys could take with you. That's pretty much the rundown of Serato. Any other questions, like I said, hit me in the comment section. Send me an email to ItsDjLeeMusic@gmail.com. Let me know what you guys think. That Hopstar Lifestyle virtual tour is going on right now. Life of a Hopstar Volume 3. That's coming out very soon. Make sure you guys tune in to what I got going on. Until next time, guys, I'm out.
Welcome to the Hopstar Lifestyle virtual tour. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're hearing me right now. Can I do something for y'all?
If I party like a rock star,
Hey!
rock star.
Yes!
Treat me like a rock star, baby.
I'm gonna need your help. We causing panic in the streets right now. We filming a movie right now.